thought I'd record a short message for especially the 18, 19 somethings, who had plans for the fall, to go to school, to start university, and everything else in your life. Maybe you haven't heard this song by David Bowie, but it's called Space Oddity, and it might feel like you're a Tom in this scenario. It's floating off in space, unable to find any sort of direction or any sort of grounding to know where you are, to where you come from, to what you should do. And there comes a time in your life when you realize that the adults around you, or even your parents, especially your parents, don't know what to do anymore. And so that moment comes to us at different times in our lives. For me, it came a couple months ago when Sri Lanka shut itself down amid the COVID pandemic. And for some people, they have to figure that out from the time they're little kids. Like it's just hard out there. And it's unfortunate that you may have to learn this right now, and it's unfortunate that you might not have been adequately prepared by your institutions to be able to handle this. And it's okay to be scared. I'm scared too. I'm 29 years old. I want to tell you a couple of things that you can do to try and find your footing again. So you're not floating around in space alone by yourself. So you can figure things out on your own. And this is what the world is like. This is what most of your life will be like, is trying to figure things out on your own. My parents and my grandparents, they did have reliable ground truth sources, people that they could go to without worrying about their agenda or biases or whatever have you. And we've lost that. There's no one single source of truth anymore, and it's hard for us to grapple with that. So we have to figure this out on our own. And if you're a young person and you had hopes and dreams and goals and a future ahead of you, which you still do, but it's just more difficult to see and conceptualize, there are things that you can do. Go and click on this writing program link that I've put in the description of this video. I'm not affiliated with it in any way. It'll help you put together a plan. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be set in stone. This isn't your life defined. This is just a trajectory, some trajectory, so that you can have a direction towards Earth, from this limbo that you're in right now. And you get 2 passes. So give it to one of your friends and sit down, finish this program. It'll help you to feel a lot less lost, and it's been shown to improve GPA, to reduce the chances of people dropping out of college. It's good. So sit down, do it, put a plan together. And even though it's an ill-defined plan, it's at least a direction for you to go to, right? So you're not lost in space. So do that first. And I'll tell you something else. I know you must feel powerless right now, and I know you must feel completely helpless, and the world is just erupting into chaos around you, and makes me sad that you have to deal with it. And the reality is, this is what the world is like. The world is as a safe and comfortable and reliable place. That's an anomaly. That's not the natural state of the world. This is. And as a response, it's up to us to create something out of that. So I'll tell you one thing that will really help you to be and feel powerful and substantiated in your society, is dedicate yourself to becoming good at something. Get so good that you're undeniable. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be drawing, it could be writing code, it could be cooking. Not relevant. Dedicate yourself to something and get so good that people will need you. That's a surefire way to power. That's how you become useful, and when you're useful, you have influence more than anything else. You might not be able to change the world today, but that's not the point, right? The point is to make small incremental changes in yourself, in your family, in your community, that'll move on and live beyond you. That's the goal. So do those two things, and I know it's hard, it's gonna be rough, you're gonna fall, you're gonna stumble, you're gonna get bruised, you're gonna get battered, but I promise you, you will get up and you will keep moving and you will be stronger for it. When all this is over, if you can be true to yourself, if you can be useful and articulate and sensible and skilled, you will come out ahead. I promise you that. The sun will shine on you again. Thank you and Godspeed.